Are we recording? Bet. What's up, y'all? How you doing? How you feeling? Wanted to come at you with another video today. Here's what I want to talk about. This morning, I woke up and Discord community, join it. I'm going to put the link in the bio. If you're looking for a place where, you want to be with people that are like-minded in regards to the walk, that share the same beliefs, that are seeking out the truth, genuinely seeking out nothing but the truth, the objective truth for what it is, and not for what we want it to be, but for what it is. Which is why a lot of you are on the walk you're on now. A lot of us are here because we wanted the truth and we sought out the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is Yahuwah. And what did Yahuwah do? We knocked, we asked, and we received. The door was opened. He gave us the truth. And we want nothing but the truth. We don't want the truth we want to hear, but we're seeking out and want the truth that is objective. That is the actual truth. If you're looking for a community like that and you don't want to be alone, join our Discord. I'll put the link in the description below. But I sent a verse to the chat, and I'm going to read the verse. But when I sent the verse, my friend, one of my bros, responded and said, "Can you break it down?" And I was like, okay, let me break it down. As I was breaking it down, I said, wow, this would be something super beneficial. I think it would help a lot of people, and it would be really good to go over. So I'm going to read the verse, and then we're going to go through the breakdown, and then we're going to look at and read a ton of more verses that help support it. Because remember, it requires 2 witnesses to establish a matter, right? But we're going to have multiple today, because I don't want to tell you what I think. I don't want you to watch this video and hear what I have to say. I want you to hear what I have to say and then listen to what the scriptures have to say about it, because it will back it up. Because again, we're here for the truth. So the first verse, this was the verse I sent. It's in the book of Enoch, chapter 37, verse 2. And let not us who come after obstruct the beginning of wisdom until the present period. Never has there been given before Yahuwah of hosts that which I have received. Wisdom according to the capacity of my intellect, and according to the pleasure of Yahuwah of hosts, that which I have received from him, a portion of life eternal. And once I sent that verse, he asked me, can you elaborate it? Can you break it down? What does that mean? So I said, yes, absolutely. Let me read what I sent just to keep it simple. I told him the reason why I sent that verse is because there was a part of it that specifically stood out to me. And here's the part of the verse that stood out to me. This is why I sent it. This is what started all of this. It was, until the present period, never has there been given before Yahuwah of hosts that which I have received. Wisdom according to the capacity of my intellect. Enoch received wisdom. He received understanding. He received these things according to the capacity of his intellect. And then it made me think about a verse I read and heard in the book of Natsarim. And what was that verse talking about? Let's go read it. Yahusha. This is what Yahusha has said. Yahusha is Yahuwah in the flesh. Yahusha tarried long beside the waters. This is the book of Natsarim, chapter 3, verse 39. Yahusha tarried long beside the waters, moving from place to place, and teaching his disciples according to their understanding. Some were like strong, well-plastered cisterns, holding water without leaking a drop. Others could not retain all that was poured into them. Yahusha taught each only in accordance with his capacity, and some carried much more of his teachings than others. There's some key points we need to run back. Yahusha tarried long beside the waters, moving from place to place, and teaching his disciples according to their understanding. Yahusha taught people based on their understanding. So we see how Yahuwah operates. We not only saw it when he was dealing with Enoch, but we see it when he's here on earth. He tells you, he shows things to us. He teaches us things based on our intellect, our understanding, our spiritual capability, right? So if you want to be able to learn more and receive more, you need to level up in your walk. We need to level up our spiritual capability. You can liken your spiritual understanding and capability to a muscle. If you want to bear more weight, if you want to be able to receive and handle more, you have to strengthen your muscles. You have to become stronger. Yahusha taught each only in accordance with his capacity. So how do you strengthen that muscle? By the way, back to the point. The point is strengthen it. You want to learn more? You want to receive more? You want to have more understanding and wisdom from Yahuwah? You need to level that up. You need to grow in your walk. How do you do that? Seek more. Seek Yahuwah more. Pray more. Study more. Do more research. Immerse yourself in the walk. Baptize yourself in truth. Baptize yourself in Yahuwah. Because when you do these things, you're going to become better. You're going to level up. And as you level up, you're becoming stronger. And as you become stronger, you can handle more weight. You can handle more things. You can receive and handle more. And Yahuwah will bestow more upon you. So there's a couple of verses we need to look at that are going to help support this point. John 16:12. I still have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. Yahushua had many things to say to his disciples, to say to the people. But some of the things he couldn't say it. Not because he literally couldn't, but because they couldn't handle it. It wasn't the right time. Spiritually, they weren't there yet to either understand what he was going to say or be able to handle it. Imagine if you started your walk yesterday and let's say you believe there was a such thing as a pre-tribulation rapture. And I'm coming to you trying to show you and teach you about the truth. Yahuwah is trying to use me as a vessel to teach you about truth, right? And the first thing I start with is I say, hey, by the way, I just want you to know this before anything and everything. Like right now, I want you to understand this right now. There is no pre-tribulation rapture. And by the way, you need to keep these specific all these commandments right here and this. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can't eat pork. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can't wear this certain fabric clothing mixed. By the way, in case you didn't know, the Shabbat's on this day. No pleasures. Like, I don't know if you know, but no pleasures. I know you like chilling, watching TV all set. No TV, no pleasures. Like you need to lock in with Yahuwah. Oh yeah, and by the way, in case you didn't know, you can't do this. Oh yeah, and by the way, in case you didn't know, when this day comes and your wife is going through her whatever cycle, you can't have sex or whatever it is. Oh yeah, and by the way, bro, all these things would be so overwhelming to you in that moment. It might deter you from even starting your walk in the first place. It's not because you can't handle those things in general. It's just you can't handle them right now. Because spiritually, you haven't built up that callus, that muscle. You haven't done the work. You haven't, and it's not your works that are going to save you, right? But you haven't sought out enough. You haven't prayed enough. It's not the right time. You haven't done the right things to grow your muscles to be able to handle certain things. And that might literally deter you from the walk. Timing is everything. We can only handle what we can handle. I can't bench press 225, but I could probably bench press like 180, something like that, 190. Because I've worked out. I think I can handle that. Put 225 on me, I'll probably die. It'll drop on me. It's not going to be good. Another verse, Matthew 25:15. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, each according to his own ability. What is your ability? And it's not that you're better than me. It's not that I'm better than you. You might be able to you might have a higher intellect spiritually, and you can handle more things. Maybe Yahuwah bestows more upon you. Does it make you more righteous than me? Does it mean you're going to make it to Shamayim before I do? No, that's not the case. Because that's not what gets you into Shamayim, right? Another video for another day. But you might receive more because you can handle more. You've sought out Yahuwah with all your heart. You've been praying, genuinely wanting more information. You've been seeking it out. You've been researching. You've been wanting nothing more than the truth. You're doing all this work. And in that work, that's your lifting weights, the research, the praying, the immersing yourself, the constantly thinking about Yahuwah. That's the working out. And it grows your muscle. And then he can bestow more to you because you can handle more. And then you grow and level up in your walk. 1 Corinthians 3:1-12. And I, brethren, could not speak to you as to spiritual people, but as to carnal, as to babies in Mashiach. I fed you with milk and not with solid food, for until now you were not able to receive it, and even now you are still not able. Even Paul's talking about it. You don't give a baby meat. You give a baby milk. You don't give a 2-year-old a full ribeye steak. You give them pieces of it. You don't give a 10-year-old 2 chicken sandwiches and a large fry, unless they're probably obese. You give them a sandwich and a little bit of fries. You don't give a 20-year-old man 3 steaks and 3 sets of fries and 3 sides. You give them steaks and fries. You don't give a bodybuilder a bowl of cereal. You don't give a bodybuilder 1 sandwich and fries. You give them 4 sandwiches and fries. You give them things based on their capabilities. Not because they're better or worse than anyone else, but because of where they're at in their walk. And that's what Yahuwah does with us. So it's actually a reflection. There's been times I've wanted more. I've prayed for more. I asked for wisdom and understanding. And Yahuwah always gives it to me. But maybe there's times where I'm like, man, I feel like I haven't had a revelation in a while. I feel like I haven't had that, oh, I didn't notice that in scripture moment. Maybe let's say you feel that way. Maybe it's not because you can't find it. Maybe it's not because Yahuwah's not hearing your prayer. Maybe it's because you're not working out. You're not growing your muscle. You haven't been seeking out with all your heart. You haven't been praying continuously. You just haven't been working out the muscle. And it's not growing. So Yahuwah's not giving you more, not because he doesn't want to, but because maybe you can't handle what you're asking for, or maybe you can't handle it at all in that moment. It's not in general, it's just maybe in that moment. Proverbs 4, 7 through 9. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace, a crown of kabod, glory she will deliver to you. What's the key point here? And in all you're getting, get understanding. In all you're getting, you're working out, in all you're getting, let's make it synonymous with working out. In all you're getting, all you're lifting, all you're working out, all you're leveling up, get understanding. Because the more you chase it, the more work you put into it, the more you grow, the more of it you'll receive because you can handle it. It's not like Yahuwah does these things to hurt us. It's not like he's withholding information from you to be petty. He's probably doing it for you because you just can't handle it right now. I can't handle it right now. There's things I want to know. Yahuwah hasn't told me. I probably can't handle it right now. There's been things I wanted to know, and I've genuinely thought to myself, man, if I know the answer to this, and it's a certain answer, will that make me question certain things and become shaky in my walk? Probably. I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's just not time for me. I can't handle it right now. Mark 4:33. And with many such parables, he spoke the word to them as they were able to hear it. When Yahushua spoke many parables, he told it to them in a way they were able to hear it. James 4:8. Draw near to Yahuwah, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Man, reading that and saying you was cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. There's definitely times I catch myself sinning, undoubtedly. And there's definitely times I catch myself being double-minded, focusing on something other than Yahuwah, or trying to water 2 seeds or water one more than the other. Definitely found myself there. But the point is, draw near to Yahuwah, and he will draw near to you. You know what it requires to draw yourself near to something? Work. You have to move. So what are we going to liken that drawing near to? We're going to liken it to working out. And by the way, don't think I'm some proponent of working out. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even go to the gym. I work out, but I don't go to a gym. But draw near to Yahuwah, and he will draw near to you. Draw near. Work out. It requires work to draw near to something. Work that spiritual muscle. Pray. Seek out. Fast. Ask Yahuwah. Do all these things. Grow that muscle. And he'll give you more because you can handle more. He'll give you what you ask for as long as it's in accordance with his will. Psalms 111:10. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding. Have all those who do his commandments. His praise endures forever. Do his commandments. I'm not saying it's a work, but it's being obedient. Work that muscle. Continuously work it. John 14:21. He who has my commands and keeps them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. We can liken all these things to working out. Love him. Work that muscle. Seek after him. Work that muscle. Pray. Work that muscle. Fast. Work that muscle. It's all work. I'm not saying it's works, but I'm just saying let's just liken it to a task. You have to do it. let's not sit here and BS, guys. Sometimes it's not easy to try and immerse yourself in the walk, to try and do research, to try and figure something out spiritually. It gets frustrating. It can be draining. There's been times I've tried to figure things out. Me and my bros were trying to figure something out. And I'm like, bro, I'm wiped. Like, it's been an hour. We've been researching it. Like, my head hurts. Like, it's a workout. You know what we're doing? You know why it's tired? Because that muscle, we maxed it out. But guess what? The next time we do it, we're going to be able to go an hour and 10 minutes. Because once it recovers, it's grown and we can handle more. And we're going to get closer and closer and closer to getting our answer, because Yahuwah is going to give it to us when our muscle can bear the weight. So bringing it back to the main point. When my bro asked me, can you break down the verse that I sent? Let's go back to it. This was the key. Until the present period, never has there been given before Yahuwah of hosts, which I have received, wisdom according to the capacity of my intellect. According to the capacity of his intellect. What does Yahushua do? Yahushua said it right here. Yahushua taught them each in accordance with this capacity. That's what the scriptures say. And he was teaching his disciples according to their understanding. We went through all the verses. We don't need to do it again. But there's one thing I want you to remember. Work that muscle. Continuously seek Yahuwah. Pray. Fast. Do all these things. Grow the muscle. You can handle more, and he'll give you more. He'll bestow more upon you. But one of the most important things, and according to the pleasure of Yahuwah of hosts, that which I have received from him, a portion of life, eternal life. Oh man, I missed a verse. This is embarrassing. That would have been a good send-off. I started a little bit too late. But remember this point. Until the present period, there has never been given before Yahuwah of hosts that which I have received. Wisdom according to the capacity of my intellect. But remember this. And according to the pleasure of Yahuwah. It's his pleasure to do so. He doesn't not want to do it. He wants to do it. And he delights in it. And it's his pleasure. Last thing, guys. Discord link in the bottom. Join it. Don't not be a part of it. Be a part of it. Join the community. And yeah, that's it, guys. Take care.